Hello, people. Welcome to my channel. Um, this is my first YouTube video, so I'm not so used to talking, looking at the camera. So you'll have to bear with me for maybe some time till I get used to it. So quickly wanted to share something. Mm, so thought of just having kind of a conversation. It's not nothing like a scripted thing where I prepared particular content or anything as such. It's just like a free talk, right? Well, I mean, if we actually pay a little attention, we will understand that there's like a whole lot of nonsense that's being cooked by the head, right? It's just happening there all the time, all the time. What we don't realize is about being in the moment. When one is in the moment and you pay a little attention, close attention to listen, the body itself will tell you how much of nonsense it is and what is not needed, right? So the body will speak. It would reveal to you what it truly needs, and I'm pretty sure all these kinds of a lot of nonsense that we're cooking for ourselves, saying we're stressed out, so much anxiety, tension, and whatever, or be it like God hunting, because during this course of lockdown, yeah, I do see a whole lot of God hunting that's happening. People are shouting out chants and prayers and whatever, which was not like a regular um, thing that was happening. They were just busy with their own kind of a thing with just focusing on the material wealth and stock markets and their investments or whatever. I think people kind of finally have started to realize when such a pandemic happened that a little attention needs to be paid to this because this is the most amazing thing that's happening, because of which anything else is kind of happening, right? So yeah, the God hunting concept. Yeah. So what exactly is this God thing that's been so emphasized on, that people like it also, people are scared of it also, a whole lot of emotions, yeah. So what exactly is this God thing, right? It's very simple. It's the supreme consciousness. It's nothing like something is sitting somewhere watching you, um, um, kind of looking at every bit, every second of whatever time frame you think you will live, or one person lives, and it's writing out all the kind of nice things, all the nonsense, all the shitty things you're doing, and they kind of balance it, and uh, that particular being is going to either fry you in heaven, sorry, fry you in hell, or it gives you a heaven with a whole lot of nonsense in there. It is that way. Heavens are predicted that way. Who wants to be in a heaven where women are, for me at least, women are not treated well. They are looked at in a very um, down kind of superiority. There's no, it's like somebody else. Just because you're a man, you feel superior over women. Come on, just because the women is aligned with a whole lot of geometry that is happening, because of which her body is able to bear a child, because of which you and me are kind of alive. Otherwise, it just wouldn't be happening. So women are never treated the way it has to be. So what is the point going to a heaven which is offering whatever kinds of things, fancy things, when you're just making a hell of a lot of nonsense living here with a whole lot of stress and anxiety, fears, whatever kind of things that you're creating for yourself. It's all self-created, right? So um, so what is the supreme consciousness? So is there like a bridge or something um, to connect to this consciousness? Um, like yeah, you want to call it like a bridge? Yes, it indeed is a bridge that connects um, this thing to the consciousness or God or whatever you want to call it. You know, it's even the God concept. You know, the word itself is it's just man created thing. Everything is man created, right? So where is this bridge? I mean, if it exists truly, where exactly is this bridge, right? So have you ever paid attention to the breath? Just the breath. You want to call it bridge? That's the bridge to you and consciousness. It's just a very thin line. It's not something that you have to work too much. You just need to work on this piece of thing. Little attention for this is all it needs. So breath. It is that very process, you know, that is connecting anything to happen for you right now, the now moment. It's not about something of tomorrow, something to come in 10 years or whatever. It's like the now moment. You know, if you're alive, if you're having a roof to sleep somewhere, or you don't have roof, you're just in the jungles or in the mountains. You just have something to eat. It's not like a whole lot of variety, but you have something to feed on. Your miracle. That's something you need to know. So this very breath is never paid attention. It can do magic, just magic, like magic. So this is the only thing that is actually connecting life to that consciousness of what you can be. Because I pretty much believe nobody wants to be messed up with a whole lot of pile of stress, anxiety, tensions, fears, etc., etc. You know, whatever is kind of being built up in there. You know, consciously or subconsciously, it's always happening. We're just piling up a whole lot of nonsense, right? So there's a whole lot of nonsense happening, but I'm pretty sure nobody wants a whole lot of nonsense. So it's a little bit of attention that needs to happen. All right, because if this thing is in balance, if there can be a balance that can be brought into this, this is intact, and anything and everything around is also intact. Um, Study yourself. Just study it. You know, this has to balance. If this is balanced, everything is in place. It falls in place. So be kind to yourself. Um, be that love to yourself, because people are being um, wanting to look for care, love, magic that they call happiness, and whatever. You know, that is like a feel good emotion that you think should happen to you. You're kind of doubting yourself, saying, why me?